much bitter with the sweet. It really is too much, this world now, maybe always. Cycles of pause where you snatch breath and notice beauty separate from excruciating horror. The maror, delicious liberation, follows bitter herb, stories told every spring. The enslaved resist, clamor for justice, escape Mitzrayim, that narrow place, bitter with the sweet. You cower from muchness now, its unrelenting demand, how deep and thick the morass, roots impacted. Pray to stay alive this one more night through sirens, helicopters, rubber bullets, tear gas, the world over. This is the lethal familiar. As if an occupied curfew can soothe with its coarse burlap uniform of war. The artists carry you through, lifted in their arms like a baby in a basket, saved from swift river, tossed softly, your adolescent angst, nourished to buoyant. Milk rinse your eyes, gather honey and drop to any patch of earth. Brush your skin on the surface of buds, verdant shoots, dew of renewal. Okay, move along. Fold your soapbox, mic in hand. Mostly never a gun, but a hammer, a wallet, a phone, a bell, a song rung with sweat. While imagine all of the people plays your internal boombox.
Good morning. I'm Robert Gibbons. Thank you for giving me a chance to be a part of this presentation. He threw his coat on me in the Black Box Theater. He did not know I met Angela Davis that night. He walked into the black box and threw his coat on top of me. He claimed he did not see me sitting next to him. He didn't hear my breathing or the heaving of my lungs. He claimed he didn't see my teeth as bales of cotton or me, a quilt, a guilt made of tobacco bags. He did not know I knew Angela Davis or her partner, Gina Dent, had taken her journey to abolitionist geographies. He apologized when I pushed his coat back at him, as if I had not been wounded from the black man's bullet, from the colored blood stain from the dead of crucifixion red, no sign of the rainbow when there are LGBT men being murdered, and the fire hydrants are crying murder and insurrection. He reminded me that before I am a slave, he reminded me of Dred Scott and Denmark Vesey. He reminded me of Gabriel Prosser and Nat Turner. He reminded me that my saints and my heroes need to be constantly in protest. So I turned and said, oh, it's all right, no worries. But I buried it in my heart like the unmarked cemetery of the Everglades. The corpses of alligators will come again. He reminded me that I am just as guilty. I'm a guilt bag, a rag man, a Stagger Lee, the growl of a beat up saxophone.
Keystones, with thanks to T.S. Eliot and the National Geographic. The krill and the honeybees support you and me. In fields and steppes, in Arctic seas, life lock keys turning in Earth's cradle chain. Is this the way the world ends? Is this the way the world ends? Is this the way the world ends? Not with a bomb, but without a beam. Embrace peace. This is dedicated to Arthur Flower, a Syracuse professor and poet I met at a festival. I have embraced peace, sister, brother. I have embraced peace hard and long. I have embraced peace so hard and long, sister, brother. My arms ache. But peace has not embraced me. Peace will not embrace me, sister, brother, will not wrap me in its arms until the arms of empire are shorn away, sunk into the quicksand and tar pits. When we've shorn away, sister, brother, the arms of empire, when the arms of empire sink into the quicksand and tar pits, then, sister, brother, will peace dance me. Then will I dance, will I dance, will I dance in the arms of peace.
A poem, Handala, Boy, Where Do You Come From? A stranger approached, asking me, Boy, where do you come from? Oblivious to the man, I stated, Where the hell do I know you from? He persisted with his demand, wanting an answer. I replied, My mother's thing, you know. He frowned angrily, face turning red. I corrected myself. Wait, I think God made me. No, I hail from the land of milk and sunny. I'm a sabra, that cactus from that arid land. Oh, so he exclaimed, so you are the chosen one. Yes, I am. Not the one you're thinking of, but the other, the indigenous one. I have venomous thorns. I am Handala. I am back. I never left. He walked away mumbling, What a crazy dude. I pondered the last time my family entertained a stranger. He never left and took over the house.
Thought they could trap us, but we can't fly. Wanted to leave us, but we said goodbye. They tried to rob us, but we're too poor. Incarcerate us, but we're the door. began to infect us, but where the turns? On the road they pursued us, but where the turns? Try to suffocate us, but we are air. Even confine us, but we're not there. They thought they could break us, we bent like reeds. Tried to bury us, but we're the seeds. Then they mocked us, we just laughed. Set out to lose us, but we're the path. They tried to crush us, but we're the boot. Then they gagged us, but we are mute. Wanted to bind us, but we are the rope. Schemed to divide us, but we are hope. They tried to silence us, but we're the screams. Annihilate us, but we're the dreams. Wanted to bury us, but we are seeds. All the saplings and all the trees. We are life. We are life. We are life. We are
solidarity. I wash my hands 1,000 times a day. As a masked man, I've forgotten the feel of my face. Still, I speak to strangers smiling with crinkly corners of my eyes, and I hug them with the inflection of my voice. This is called He Feared for His Safety. He feared for his safety, feared it wouldn't release fast enough to shoot the fleeing Black man in the back.
Another question for you to ponder. Suppose I told you that future generations will judge your civilization not by the wealth you accumulated, nor by the wars you won, not even by the technological marvels that you created. They will not take account of your art, of your music, or of the great buildings you have constructed. Suppose I told you that future generations will judge your civilization instead by the human beings you threw away. Walk the streets of this city. It's one place to count them. Well, some of them anyway, with their signs that say hungry, homeless, or just their vacant stares. What if I told you that future generations will judge your civilization by the human beings you threw away? What would you do then?
Ritual prayer to celebrate community and solidarity, written at Standing Rock in December of 2016. O Creator, who has given us the gift of life as social animals with the power of community and love and sharing, allow us to walk and stand and share together, to remember what it was like to live and share in the commons. Allow us to remember and reclaim what makes us joyous animals, living with each other, loving each other, helping each other, learning from each other. Allow us to realize that injustice to one is a threat to justice everywhere. Allow us to be steadfast, samid as the Palestinians who stand when their land is taken, their water polluted, their olive trees uprooted and destroyed. Perseverant and steadfast and courageous and brave, ready to smile and dance and laugh and plant more olive trees. Allow us to live each day of our lives as if it were our last, and to leave this earthly sojourn better than we found it, to plant new seeds of justice and sharing and freedom, to work without waiting for results, as the monarch butterflies who cross the skies and die along the way for their grandchildren, or the emperor penguins who care for their young through the long, cold night of winter, day after day, breath after breath. Allow us to do what we must and to grow in hope, which is the thing with feathers, to sing from the skies and from the loving ground in which we live. We are all related. I am because you are.
Strip mines eat away a mountain range. Nukes eat silently our cellular defenses. The banks eat possibilities of change, and entertainment giants eat our senses. Children eat preservatives or grass by geogenetic accident of class. Men kill time in Pentagon cafes, mouthing war games, cooking up a name to call death on the news. In that maze, generals come and go, hungering for fame, talking first strike and spots marked X, and feeding us their steel-headed sex. In the city, a real vegetable's a find, but TV dietitians get 5 C's a day to make cardboard taste good in our mind. And when the chemical technicians have their way, we will eat oil, though it eats us back, and Exxon fattens up on what we lack. It takes 9 weeks to die of malnutrition for a body's 1,000,000 mouths to eat it. How long will it take a world in our condition living on its poisons to be deleted? And we have no purpose. There are no heroes. Eating our future till we're nothing but zeros.
A love poem. Flesh, bone, and body. Testament bearing witness to captivity. Red-blossomed vulva knit tightly shut, held in place with locked knee, blocking unwanted entry. I am not whore, will not market my history to justify your means. I am child of the diaspora. I do not sell my history. I was there, peering deeply through your eyes from fear engraved in my heart. My blood coursed hotly against the outrage. You have laid foot to rest at the neck of my offspring. Its imprint branded my children, children of the diaspora. You have breached my birth, sucked my spirit, milked it to an aridness. I, the outside child, the one you would have your way with. No one cares, you say? Everyone sees, but no one cares? My breasts are soldiers, will stand erect, shoot bullets at your arrogance. My hips wide will cradle you in flesh, wrap about your mouth to silence you. I am not whore. Your commissions of atrocity cannot be reconciled, therefore. I will lay my lips at your neck, wash your nature in my fullness, seduce your cockiness to come, pleasure you mercilessly, necessarily. And when you beg, and you will beg for more, I will lay your head in my lap near the entrance of my vaginal canal, stroke your ear with one hand, slit your throat with the next. I am not whore, but sometimes I spread my legs for revolution.